And lastly, I'm going to mention quickly about user management. We talked about it quickly before when we talked about the flexible shifts. I'm going to go to System, Users. And first of all, there's no license limitation on users, so feel free to add as many users as you need. On the other hand, for example, when it comes to info screens, I suggest you use one user account for all info screens. And similar, you may use one user account per person, but you can also use one user account per terminal. For example, here I have been using terminal 1 and 2, but you can name them after the machines they are assigned to. So when I have this terminal 1, I can edit options, and we're going to look at the permissions here. So what a terminal user might need is to change status. Change status means that the operator everyone can always enter a stop code, press enter. But if you want to change a stop code in the past, like making a selection and choose a stop code and then choose change that selected, then that option, when you change something afterwards, that needs a special permission, which is this one, MUR status, to change status. As a terminal, you might want to give them access to write comments or not, so you need to check this one to enable it. And finally, you need to select which machines they should have access to. So when as an admin who has access to all machines, they can see all here. But if we log in as another terminal, we only have access to, in this case, 2 machines. And by giving them only access to one machine, you minimize the risk of accidentally reporting stop code to the wrong machine. So the stop and shifts, you have one option, comments you have one, and machines you have whichever number of machines you want available. And finally, to use flexible shifts, this is the option you need to check to create them. And for info screen, let's create an info account. I call it info screen. And as an info screen, I usually give them access to all machines. You never know what machines you want to include on the report. And it could be good to edit info screen. This one applies to the classical info screens that you have been using so far. It doesn't apply to the new info screens because they are personal. They never affect others. And these are the only options needed for an user account that will be used on info screens.